losing continues with more showing of no urgency with the Chicago Blackhawks as they lose 3-1 to the Edmonton Oilers. This was another bad game by the Blackhawks. The only reason they did not get blown out like 7-1 in this game, Spencer Knight played great. He only allowed one goal in this game. The other two was an empty netter, and the other one was from Arvid Soderblom because Knight had to go get his pads fixed. It is frustrating. It's utterly frustrating watching this team go out there and not look like they're trying. They're getting outshot a lot recently and giving up high danger chances every time they are on the ice. Shots per period, 5-12 to the Oilers in the first, 7-15 to the Oilers in the second, 6-11 to the Oilers in the third. Total shots on goal, 18-38 for the Edmonton Oilers. Another key issue I'm having with this team right now is the lack of using their body. If you don't have the puck, you should be using your body and trying to get teams towards the perimeter on the boards and hitting. They are not doing that. The Hawks, a team that did not have the puck tonight, really, at all, 9 hits to 18. That is unacceptable. The Hawks are playing just flat out disgraceful hockey recently. I get it. It was a 1-goal game, basically, because you had an empty netter, but they did not come out to play in the first 40 minutes of play. Spencer Knight kept this team in the game. It was the factor of the Hawks' lack of urgency giving this team any shot at ending this losing streak. It is frustrating to watch, and it's utterly disgraceful. I get it. You're a young team trying to learn how to win in the NHL, but you got to get more aggressive. Fight for the puck. Battle on the boards. Use your body and get the puck out of the defensive zone. That's where I'm frustrated watching the Blackhawks recently. And, well, it continued tonight in Edmonton. Hawks power play goes 0 for 1. It did have some good looks, but they couldn't find the back of the net. To the Oilers going 1 for 3. What happens here? A weird bounce that goes in off the back of Alex Vlasic and in the net. That's frankly how it went. The Hawks just don't have urgency, it feels like, at all right now. They need a spark plug on the team. They need a veteran who gives a crap trying to do the game. I get it. Your best veteran is obviously Tyler Bertuzzi and Ilya Mikheyev, but you're paying a guy like Ryan Donato, who was a 30-goal scorer last year, for doing much of nothing this season. And then you have a guy like Andre Burakovsky, who supposedly has a good career by winning 2 Stanley Cups and not being a slouch in it, but been a slouch in his career the last almost, I would say, 4.5 years. This is where I'm frustrated with. The veterans are not trying, other than Bertuzzi and Mikheyev. It's all kids on this team. They need to step up their play. I get it. It's the final stretch of the season. You're now on long losing streak again. and there's only just a handful of games. So let's get into it. First period of play, it was all Edmonton Oilers. Hawks don't have much of anything going for themselves, having 2 shots on goal for the first 14 minutes of play. And then they started getting some shots on goal. Edmonton just controlled play. Spencer Knight stood on his head. A couple shots went off the post, and Edmonton and the Hawks remain scoreless after 1. Third and second period of play, Edmonton, it was all Edmonton. Again, Hawks have zero urgency. A couple penalties were called, and the Hawks don't know what to do with the puck. Edmonton gets control when they have the Hawks have an issue in the first 5 minutes of the period as Spencer Knight pad breaks with the skate laces to tie his skates to his pad, rips. Hawks equipment staff couldn't get it fixed in time, so they have to go to Arvid Soderblom for a few minutes of play. And Edmonton knows a goalie coming off the bench, you got to rush him. You got to pepper him. And a breakaway because the Hawks cough up the puck by Andre Burakovsky, of all people, who loves to turn over the puck, does it again. At 5:32 in the second period, Burakovsky turns the puck over to Darnell Nurse, who goes to Roslovic, then to Henrique on a breakaway, and Henrique buries it off his own rebound past Soderblom, and it's a 1-0 game, Edmonton. So then the Hawks were able to get Knight back out there. Soderblom made a few more saves, but Knight comes out after the next stoppage of play. And, the Hawks then go to a penalty kill, and Edmonton takes advantage. At 12:13 in the second period, Savoy scores his 15th of the season on the power play, assisted by McDavid and Bouchard to make it a 2-0 game. At this point, I'm like, we're already eliminated because we're not going to do anything with the puck and hit anyone because this team is playing soft and they don't know how to get the puck out of the defensive zone. The Hawks have been stuck in the defensive zone. Spencer Knight is standing on his head, and they are down by 2. Going into the third period of play, frankly, the Hawks played their best period. They moved the puck well, got a few chances off, getting opportunities, and they got on the board. At 5:08 in the third period, scored by number 76, Nick Lourdes, his 9th of the season, assisted by number 98, Connor Bedard, and number 86, Teuvo Teravainen, to get the Hawks on the board. It's a 1-2 game now, and Lourdes up front of the net buries a rebound in which he shot it onto the pads of Jari. Then he gets the puck loose and puts it in. Hawks on the board, and now it's time to press. Keep going, moving the puck, get opportunities, and then midway through, with about 4 minutes left in regulation time, Teuvo Teravainen shoots the puck off the hand of Nick Lourdes, and that sent Lourdes to the locker room. And the Hawks pull Spencer Knight with about 2.5 minutes left in the game. And, the Hawks go 6 forwards. Edmonton takes advantage. 18:59 in the third period. Pup Colson scores his 17th of the season on the empty net, assisted by Jason Dickinson and Connor Murphy. Yep, the 2 former Blackhawks get the assist on the empty net goal, and the Hawks lose it 3-1 to the Edmonton Oilers. So down in the comments down below, I want to hear what your thoughts were on tonight's action, and thank you for watching the broadcast. Despite the outcome, Hawks lose 3-1 to the Edmonton Oilers, and most of all, this team needs to get tougher.